Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday morning. Again, hello to all of you. It's a great day. Give the Lord praise. We'll give you an opportunity to come in. Thank you for joining us today. Go ahead and come in and let's share. Let's get the word out. Someone needs a word, direction. Nevertheless, we thank God for another day. As always, we are grateful to be able to share. And I can remember when I was down, particularly with my knee replacement surgery, probably part of the other surgeries too. This was not what I wasn't doing this because when you were going through physically, you don't think about social media. You might think about it, but you don't do it. So while I am able to share and up and mobile, hey, we're gonna do this thing. We're gonna do this, okay? You all come on in. A great subject today. Great subject. Great lesson. I'm gonna be teaching here in a couple of seconds or so. Give you an opportunity to come in, and then we're gonna get started. Not a lot today, but just something to help you on your way, and as always to help you become better. All right. Matter of fact, become great. Let's start there. Be great. So I'm going to be sharing over the next couple of weeks. Not, I don't know if it's going to be weeks, but definitely today, maybe Friday, perhaps Monday. I'm not sure. But the path to developing healthy relationships. As I was preparing this morning and searching and praying and had several considerations in terms of the subject. However, when I got to this one, I knew it was the Lord's will be to talk about it. Again, the path. What's the road to developing healthy relationships? Now, let me just say this. This is not something, as I've said before, you gain as a result of your collegiate education or geographical location, the money in the pocket in the bank. That's not what we're talking about today. What is the path to developing healthy relationships? Unfortunately, some have succumbed to the thought that it's going to happen without my participation. I don't have to engage. Give it time. It'll work its way out. Not necessarily the case. I have counseled people that have lived with regret because the loved one has passed on and they didn't have closure. Or perhaps they could have done something while they were alive to fix it. Or maybe in the case of where you go through a relationship break or breach and you didn't do your part. And matter of fact, let me say it like this. Just maybe you didn't have a skill set. Because it is a skill. It is a skill. It's not something you can just pick up. You got to develop this through intellect, through study, through the Holy Spirit, because the goal again is developing a healthy relationship. So, how to repair a relationship? All right, how to repair a relationship? Number one, recognize the problems, plural, or problem, singular. That's number one. Recognize that there's a problem. Listen to me. I've been married to the one woman. God helped me for 44 years. I got three daughters. I got brothers and sisters. I'm a leader. All that stuff. But recognizing the problem is huge. It's huge because you cannot defeat what you will not confront. My Lord, I feel God this morning. Recognize the problems. All right, you have to be conscious of the fact that there is a problem. And unfortunately, often we avoid recognizing the problem to the degree that we just think it's going to go away over time. No, not necessarily the case. Some might, some perhaps won't. Number two, here's the other one. Talk about the problem. Communication is everything. Speaker, listener. All right, you're going to talk about the problem. You got to know when to be quiet and when to speak and let the other person talk without judgment, without criticism. Talk about the problem. Let's talk about it. And sometimes it's difficult to talk about the problem. Sometimes it is painful to talk about the problem. But guess what? If you have any hope of repairing the relationship, you're going to have to talk. We got to have dialogue. Mother, daughter, father, son, husband, wife, co-worker, mother, mother-in-law, son to son, brother to brother. Gotta talk about it. Talk about it. Number three, acknowledge. This is huge. Acknowledge your differences. All right. In other words, acknowledge that we are different. That's not a bad thing. All right. Acknowledge that I'm not you and you are not me, and that's okay. However, you have to acknowledge that those differences can bring value or they could be a hindrance to how you deal with the differences. All right. People don't always think the way you think in relationships. So you got to find a path that says, okay, I acknowledge that I think differently. And that's okay. Number four, listen, establish the goal is to negotiate with a compromise in view. This is huge, man. Establish the goal. The goal is to negotiate with a compromise in view. So that has to be a part of the discussion. I should have turned that, stopped that phone. I'm sorry, guys. Someone called me. Establish the goal. It's negotiate with a compromise in view. So, y'all forgive me. I wish I could cut this phone off. Someone keeps calling me. So, can you do it? Jesus Christ. Let me see, this person gonna keep calling. Okay. This is crazy. I wish I could stop this. I've got it going and I can't stop it. All right. The goal is to negotiate. So here's the deal. Boy, this is crazy, man. This person keep calling me. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I'm going to have to start this over, y'all, because this is ridiculous. Let me... I hate to do this. I'm going to have to start this over. Y'all give me a break. I'm going to go ahead and come back out. Ooh, Lordy Jesus, somebody help me. Let's see.